Hello world, it's me again, or it's me if you're seeing me for the first time. I'm back again with a handful of lessons to teach you guys, and today it's about the story of me getting into my dream college and why I ultimately decided not to go, and not to go to college in general. So I hope you guys enjoy this story time, I guess, and this bundle of lessons that came along with it. If this could even help one person out there, because I know I was so lost when this was all happening because I felt so alone in my decision, and I'd be so happy if this helped someone out there. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. First of all, I love new friends. Send me a message on there if you have any questions pertaining college or just want to chat in general. So today I'm going to be talking about how I got into my dream school, first of all, which was NYU. The story behind it from my senior year to deciding I didn't want to go, and then after that I'm going to tell you some lessons I've learned just from being out in the world and like learning from my own experiences rather than a classroom. Without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Okay, so senior year, you know, I had a whole list of colleges I wanted to go to. My dream school was NYU ever since my freshman year. I remember I wrote in like a little letter. It was a letter to our senior year selves from our freshman year selves, and in like the top left corner of the letter, it was like, P.S. you better get into NYU. And when we got those letters back, I was like, God damn it, I have to go to NYU now. I almost didn't apply to NYU at all. I was your average student. There was nothing special about me. I was taking like an average amount of AP courses. My SAT score was about a 1240. I got a 27 on the ACT. Average, nothing spectacular. I was like, dang, there's no way I'm getting into NYU, I'll tell you that much. I think I went on one of their, what's it called? The tours of the campus. I fell in love with NYU all over again. It was my second year in a row going through their tours. I went with my mom and we both fell in love with it. I even decided to apply early decision. So I was serious about this. If you go early decision, that shows the college that you really want to go. And I was like, okay, this is going to make my chances even better. Since I applied early decision, we got our decisions, I think, around December. I don't think we got in January. It was like right before a winter break. And I remember sitting at the table. My mom was like sitting next to me, and I opened the email and I look at it, and I was kind of confused for a second because I didn't see we apologize. It didn't say like we're sad to say or something like that. I was just reading and it was like, no congratulations either. I kept reading, it's like, you've been waitlisted. I didn't know how to react in that moment. Now what? You know, I was kind of crushed because I didn't know how to feel because I wasn't rejected, but I also wasn't accepted. And this was my dream school, so I was like, well, if I didn't get accepted on early decision, there's no way. Waitlist doesn't mean you're rejected. Like, you still have a chance to get in. You just have to wait it out a few more months. Fast forward to May. Yeah, I had to wait that long. I got accepted into all the colleges I applied for. They were all like pretty safety schools. I put my deposit down for the new school in the city as well, but I didn't want to go at all. I remember just like putting down my deposit, and the only reason I did it was because it was in Manhattan. At that time in my life, I was in love with Manhattan. May rolls around, and February 2020, I started my spiritual awakening, and so I started working on affirmations and manifestations, and I was very deep in manifesting and visualizing my life at NYU. I would look up college dorm tours at NYU, life of a student at NYU, picturing myself doing it. I would manifest day and night, say my affirmations. I was committed, and I felt the excitement of getting accepted. I felt it. I put myself in that position. Like, this is the one thing that I will say that I did manifest, and I'm very proud to say that I have manifested it because I really did work pretty hard to get in, manifestation wise. May rolls around and obviously I got in. Sitting there, I opened the email and I got in. I don't know if I have any footage of me getting in. I probably deleted it. So that was May. I was an NYU student. You can imagine how excited I was. I did this. My parents were so proud of me, so I naturally was really happy that I made them proud. They came here from another country. They didn't go to college. I was a first generation college student, and it was just all rainbows and unicorns. Woo! And everything was pretty great. up until August. Oh, and this is actually pretty important to note. I was accepted into the spring term, so I wouldn't be starting in August like every other college student. I would be starting in January for the spring semester. I was taking a gap semester. August rolls around. I go on a road trip with my friend James, and this was the first time I really went on a road trip or did anything like this. And I saw so much natural beauty, so much nature, so many mountains. This is when my love for mountains emerged. If you don't know, I am a deep lover of mountains. I think they're so gorgeous and beautiful, and I feel like literally a spiritual connection to them. I just remember feeling so content in the car. Fields of nothingness but everything at the same time. Like, it was so simple but beautiful, and I felt so content. There was no city life. It was not modern at all, and I was like, I never thought I would like this. I'm literally going to school in the city in January, and I feel happier here than I probably would in the city. I think that was the trip that really did it for me. I mean, that's when my doubts first started about NYU, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm literally gonna be surrounded by cement, brick buildings, whatever, literally concrete jungle. I want to be in a real jungle, bitch. I couldn't tell my immigrant parents that I was doubting going to college after being accepted into NY freaking U. So I pushed those thoughts aside. But they kept emerging here and there, and I kept getting signs. So the first sign was that I got into the spring semester, right? Instead of fall, I got into spring, so that already kind of threw off the momentum. I was excited to go to college. Everyone was going to college except for me. So that kind of threw off the momentum. I got less excited, and I was like, huh. Second sign, I found a roommate. It was amazing. I was so excited to meet her. She seems so awesome. Then she decided not to go to NYU, which is kind of funny that she decided not to go to NYU. So she decided not to go to NYU, therefore we wouldn't be roommates anymore. I was like, great. And then the time that housing applications come around, all of the freshmen and all the like lower classmen dorms were closed, and I don't have to like be with upperclassmen, and that kind of like, I didn't want that. I wanted to be with people who were having a similar experience to me, and that was kind of like my third sign. And I feel like there was something else, but I can't quite remember.
I remember now. This is the one that really did it for me, right? One day I was just like talking to Miss Universe, and I was like, hey, I need some help. Listen, I don't want to go to NYU, and I need to know if this is a good decision not to go. So please send me a clear sign that I shouldn't go. Then I'm in the city, and this happens. I'm at a restaurant, I go to the bathroom, it was literally like the size of a shoebox, and I noticed there was a lot of like graffiti and like beautiful art on the walls, and the first place I look is to my left, and the first thing I saw was, this is the sign you're looking for. What? Like, what? I felt it, like I got goosebumps. I'm literally over here on the toilet like peeing, and I'm just like, that did it for me. I was like, shizniz, I'm not going to NYU. Sorry, Mom.
And as you can imagine, those doubts started resurfacing again when things just weren't happening in my favor, I guess you could say, but I just saw them as signs. I was like, it's not meant to be. Then in November of 2020, I decided to break the news to my mother. There was a lot of stuff going on there. Obviously, it wasn't all happy ponies like it was in the beginning, but that was basically the story of me getting into NYU and deciding I didn't want to go anymore, and I didn't want to go to college in general. So that's how it all happened. Now, around October 2020, I started a business as a virtual assistant. I didn't have a lot of experience in marketing or anything like that, but I taught myself digital marketing and the basics of Instagram and how to like really put yourself out there in 4 months. I taught myself. I bought books. I watched other people. I made mistakes. I went through the process myself, and I just learned in 4 months the basics of marketing and business, and it proved to be helpful in many ways, more than just becoming a virtual assistant. But it kind of just started something new. My love for entrepreneurship, my love for being your own boss and doing your own things and creating things that you're passionate about. Anyway, that was October, so I was like kind of having my own business thing to make a source of income. But then January, I was scrolling on TikTok and I found out about Workaway. And Workaway is basically a work exchange program. It's like this website. You reach out to families, they let you stay in their house for free in exchange for like X amount of hours of work a week. And so, where did I decide to go? Hawaii, of course. Where else? I booked my ticket in January and I left in March. It all really unraveled perfectly, which made me think that I was following my path. I am not the same person I was 3 months ago. And from January to March, I would say a little bit changed in my life, but not too much. Since I was just graduated from high school, I was still stuck to old habits, old patterns. I was still connected to my old self. And it wasn't until I physically disconnected myself from this town that I was able to start realizing who I was, what I wanted from my life, and really just finding out who I was, my true authentic self, what I loved, what I wanted to do with my life. I'm so happy that I decided not to go to college. Because I decided not to go to college, I had the ability to leave my town. Because I had nothing holding me here, and just this whole new level of adulthood and independence was brought to me, and I can't explain all the lessons I've learned in one video. It's just impossible because I'm learning a lesson every single day, so that's a lot of lessons. We forget that college used to not be a thing at all, right? After high school comes college, obviously. Pause. It doesn't have to be. It's just so programmed in our mind now that that's the way it goes. The world is its own teacher. Just through the mistakes you make, or it doesn't even have to be mistakes, the experiences you have, you learn so much every day. And I can confidently say I've learned more in my 3 months of just living it up and being scared shitless every day, doing things out of my comfort zone, than I probably could have in my first year of college. I decided not to go to college because I felt it in my bones that it wasn't for me. I felt that it was something I didn't want to do, something I didn't need to do. I'm not saying for you to all drop out right now. I'm just saying that you all have a choice. I hear a lot of people coming home from college, old friends, saying, oh, I wish I could do what you do. You're literally living the dream. I just want to drop out right now. Haha, as a joke. Do it. What, are you scared? Just do it.
Okay, so I basically just word vomited after this, trying to say something, but for some reason I couldn't get a grasp onto what I was trying to say. So I wrote it all down to just kind of get that word vomit out so it makes more sense, because I think this is really profound and important. People would rather stay attached to the suffering version of themselves than go out of their comfort zone and discover that their identity is more than their pain body, i.e. the attachment to their unhappiness. Their unhappiness is their identity, because losing that unhappiness, going out of your comfort zone and growing means losing a part of your identity. Because as humans, for some reason, we love our unhappy selves. We love staying attached to our pain bodies. Going out of your comfort zone, your ego's oh my gosh, red flag. No. Just thought I'd add that in there.
Immense growth can come from something that everyone else isn't doing. I say this all with love. I'm not furious, I'm not angry, I'm not annoyed. I'm just so passionate about this, and I really want everyone to live the life they love. I want them to do things that matter to them. I want them to take the action in their life that they've been too afraid to take. So I'm just gonna end it there because I have so much to say. As you can tell, I'm really passionate about this. I hope someone got something out of this video, that you feel inspired today. I hope you do something uncomfortable tomorrow that you usually wouldn't do. Take yourself out of your comfort zone. Baby steps, doesn't have to be anything major. Most importantly, be kind to yourselves. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!